Welcome back to Southern Lightwork. I'm try to do a quick energy read on the masculine energy. I feel like I tend to pull on the feminine energy because I'm part of that collective, but been feeling a pull towards checking in on masculine too. So we repeat this over and over again. People that are reading, masculine has nothing to do with gender. So I don't believe in a binary gender system anyway, but I've been deprogrammed. So and it has nothing to do with twin flame journey. It has nothing to do with divine masculine, divine feminine, because your dynamic is what it is. Divine masculine and divine feminine is a push and pull magnetic energy that is spiritual. It has nothing to do with genitalia or gender expression or gender identity. So just keep that in mind. But I'm going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle to see if we can get a message about where the masculine is being guided to go right now or to do. Kind of like getting advice first, but sort of asking permission to see what they're seeing. Because, if you know, this journey can be frustrating. It can feel like it's never ending. It can feel like it is elusive, ever elusive. But I had and I think I mentioned it in another reading somewhere. I don't know which one, but I just had a download one day that was as clear and as simple as possible. It hasn't happened because it's not time yet. And usually when it's not time yet, it's because there's still some more healing to do. And not to say that, you have to be completely healed, because we will not be completely healed before union, but there's something else you have to work out. There's something in some karmic cycle that you missed. Kind of like when we're dusting, vacuuming, you miss a corner. Like, oh, I forgot about that one. And that one's worse than the rest, but been overlooking it for a long time. Maybe I've dealt with the ones that I thought were going to be the hardest, but there's still one that I'm still kind of blocked from, So calling on my ancestors. Oh, let me catch my breath. My ancestors, my spirit guides, angels, the Most High God, myself as my own ancestor. Please guide me in this reading. Please redirect any negative energies that attempt to interrupt or distort these messages. May they be for our highest good, mine and anyone watching or listening. Okay, first card out, Talisman. That one is definitely about divine guidance and almost like in manifestation. I'll double check in the guidebook. What else? Let's see if we can get 3 messages. That's a 49, so that reduces to a 13. Slow and steady, 13 or 4. Slow and steady is a 12. And this, so I'll look at the imagery in a second. Okay, they're happy to come out. 20, flying. So we go from slow and steady to flying. Let's see. See what we got in Sad Embrace at the bottom of the deck. So use this guidebook because I see this as, of course, there's a winding path. This person is loosely draped in clothing. So it's almost giving me like Adam and Eve. They found out that they were naked, right? When they bit from the apple, which they were not supposed to know. Which, is a problematic story if you question the Christian doctrine and theology. But there's something about this person. It's giving me almost temperance card, because this feminine, or this, can't really tell if it's feminine or masculine. Long hair does not indicate feminine or masculine. So I'm saying all that. I feel like this is going to have a lot to do with gender. Someone's perception of gender, someone's perception of sexuality, maybe that could have been a hindrance or has been confusing. at some point for themselves or someone else, maybe. And this is not to say that somebody is questioning their sexuality, but maybe they're just thinking about it differently. Like trying to consider something else. If you're the feminine, you probably have a much broader sense of sexuality and all those things, because you're open, because you're receptive, because you've shed the ego, you've gotten over any like misconceptions or patriarchal kind of ideals. At least I hope so. So maybe they're trying to see things like you, like temperance. Got one foot in, one foot on the path and one on this that looks like a rune. I'm gonna have to look that up. Never noticed that it looks like a rune symbol. It may not be, but it's like a detour. Like there's a path that this person can go this way, off the beaten path. And this foot is like threatening to do it, but this foot is on this path. So there's a lot going on here. Let me see what the message is. Slow and steady. Of course, this person looks like they have, or this fairy, because there are wings involved. This looks like a snail shell, or maybe a nautilus. I'm showing y'all my tattoo. Definitely fairy energy. And flying is a Pegasus, flying horse from Greek mythology that looks like a carousel horse. That's the way that it's so ornate and colorful. It makes me think about a carousel. And there's a maze. It's flying over the maze. So let's see what these messages are in this book. The 49, for that to reduce to a 4. A lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Right. So in the upright, wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Well, isn't that beautiful? Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. So for the masculine to be in this place, they've gone through a spiritual awakening. It feels like they're wrapping it up, or they're done. They're on the other side of it. They have the wisdom they need. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. I hear that all the time. Upright. Remember probably more in the last 2 years than I've heard all my life. Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race. This is a time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. Okay. I'm not going to say what I thought about when I heard the word juicier. Flying. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. Yeah, flying over this maze for sure. In the upright, if you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. I love how this is going. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. These cards are an indication that your person, if you are the feminine, this masculine is ready. This is the energy that people are getting, so it's, when I listen to other readers, I've listened to a few other readers, and this is the energy. The bottom of the deck, 45. Sad embrace. There is loss involved, though. Loss is a part of life. Let go and allow time to heal you. Yeah. That is part of this journey. It's part of the course. You have to let go of something, which is, it hurts. It definitely hurts when you realize what and whom you have to let go of in order to go on this path. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a lot. To masculines lose a lot before union, where they are based in the 3D and the feminines are based in the like the 5. And I don't think base is the right word, but just kind of like anchored in, I guess, because the feminines are just going to be more spiritual. The masculines are taking the brunt of this ascension, right? Physically, in this reality. You may be entering into a period where loss is a theme. Perhaps you're having to let go of a long cherished dream. If so, take heart, for this ending may have been for your highest good. A better and more powerful dream will be realized in your life if you can accept the loss. Relationships based on faulty foundations are meant to end at this time. Wow. Disappointment is a form of perception. If your expectations aren't met, a sense of loss arises, along with sadness and grief. Express these emotions. Tears are like healing rain that can restore life to a parched inner landscape. Growth is always assured. Whatever the loss, however great it is, let go and experience your feelings so that you may soon see what beauty lies ahead. I mean, if you need a cohesive, concise message, this is it. The masculines that have done the work are about to reap their reward. And it's not just the feminine. It's so much more than the feminine. Like, I'm not selling her short. I'm just saying, like, it's everything. Just like the feminines are leveling up in their gifts, their spiritual gifts, and some of us are getting money. Some of us are starting new ventures, new businesses, new hobbies, new levels of softness. Can I say that? Like, for me in particular, like, I am so grateful to be able to live a softer life than I have lived for the majority of my life. And it's a choice. It is a choice to live a softer life, like to step down from all of the responsibilities. I personally took on way too much, more than anybody even asked me to, that you find people are very happy to allow you to do it. If you do it to yourself, they'll watch you disintegrate right in front of them and say that you enjoyed it. What quote? Who did that quote? People will say that you enjoyed it or something. I can't think of it right now while I'm channeling, but very famous quote. You have to choose to save yourself. You have to. And the DMs are doing that. They're embracing this loss, and that's a 9. What was last year? A 9 year. We are just 7 days into this 10 year or the 1 year. They're letting it go, but they're grieving. Obviously, like, if you're grieving the 3D, you're grieving in the 3D, it hurts. And there's probably reminders everywhere of what they lost for the time being. But they can have anything they want. Anything they want. As long as they are okay in the stillness, that they're using this time to reflect, that they're using this time to get closer to God, source, whatever their higher power is, whatever their inclination is, so that they can have everything. That includes the feminine. Union with their feminine. Oh, okay. I'm getting some additional messages from What's the News. And then I'm going to get some tarot if I have time. That came in the, I don't take these in reverse, but tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. So they got somebody in their energy that is definitely being shady. If they're ending relationships, we know who that could be. Could be that person or that job or that obsession to something, that addiction. You know, it's like whatever entity has been attached to them may be still lurking, waiting for them to slip up and like fall back into the trap. So it doesn't have to be a person. But for most of them it is, I think. Most of the ones that I'm picking up on. What else, Spirit? Sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping. Oh my God. Yeah, so maybe they're moving slow, so they realize what path they want to go on, and somebody is spying on them. and acting shady. They're slowing down, which is probably uncharacteristic of them. A lot of them have been overworking. They've been workaholics. They've been alcoholics. They've been using other drugs, abusing sex addicts. They've been, just really ensnared, if I could say that word that I've heard in the church. They've been ensnared by many vices, tangible and intangible, negative thinking, depression, anxiety, trauma that they haven't dealt with. And because they're not acting like themselves, quote unquote, because they're becoming somebody else. They're becoming the butterfly. And people are spreading rumors. That's what people do when low vibrational people that don't have anything going on for themselves or don't have enough to do. They spread rumors. They talk about other people. When you always hear, like, if you're high vibrational and you are ambitious, you don't have time to gossip about people because you're too busy thinking about the next big thing, the next idea, the next dream you want to make come true. So maybe more than one person is very curious about why they're behaving uncharacteristically. What about the third message, Spirit? One more, please. Okay, that came out violently. Brick wall. It came out like it hit a brick wall. Defense mechanism, guarded, hard to reach. They're flying over it. They are flying over that energy, like whatever that is, whoever that is. They're tired of busting their head against it. Maybe they've felt like a crash test dummy all this time, just running against this rigid idea, this rigid way of thinking, way of being, and they're sick of it. They're sick of it. That whatever this is, they are flying above it. And that is beautiful. Bottom of the deck, legal, court paperwork filed. Okay. For some people, that is divorce. For some people, that is some other legal matter. They've had run-ins with the law. Could also be something positive. I can't think of anything positive right now because it's definitely the energy of separation, divorce, restraining order, any of those things. Adjudication, getting something, getting some false charge dropped. I'm specifically hearing a false charge because, karmics get desperate. And in my own life in particular, when they get desperate, they do some real weird shit, like real weird. I just had the occasion to see some images of this person that I once dated recently on social media. And it was like, I haven't seen this person in probably 10 years in person, or I haven't seen them in person in 15 years. But I haven't seen them online because I blocked them, unfriended them. We're not following each other on anything because why? But this person told me that they didn't care what happened. They just wanted to be with me. You know how selfish that is? How inconsiderate that is of anyone involved? Like, people really do things for their own benefit. And I don't even consider this person a narcissist, but just doing things that are devoid of analysis. Like, just, I didn't even think about what I was doing. Drug me through the mud. I will not, I'm not getting into the details, but it's just amazing how some people think when they're only thinking about themselves, and the things they do when they're only thinking about self-preservation or gratification, just some real dumb stuff. All right. I'm going to ask Spirit for some tarot to tell us what this person is doing. We got the advice. We got what karmic energies are around them. And I guess what you can expect now from the den. What can the feminine expect from the masculine? Okay, I take this one. King of Cups. That is the marrying king. Okay. I will I will take that. And this one, oh, these are two. They hit the table. I'll take them. Oh, King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So they both came out upright. Some people read these as two different people. The feminine can expect two different masculines, but I feel like this is the same person. I feel like they're embodying the King of Cups and the King of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. A new material beginning. Like the King of Cups is in love. The King of Wands is about action and passion. And they have something new to offer. Some type of material abundance that you're going to get to share with them. What else? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it may be. It's a message about what they're working on. What they've been studying. Maybe that they've also been studying you. But yeah, they're on something new. They're doing something new. And they want to tell you about it. Something that's, like I said, you're going to be enjoying whatever this abundance is coming, whatever that is, and they want to tell you about it. It's meager, but it's something. What else? The Star. Healing and fulfillment. That's what happens when you fly over. You fly over the mess. You fly over the people that are determined to be victims. I just read a meme. I was just scrolling a little while ago, but it said something like, not verbatim, that people that have committed to the victim role or like victimhood, even when presented with an opportunity to get out of it, will still choose victimhood. They will still choose to remain victims. And it's usually out of fear that they think, I can't do anything besides this. I always need to be taken care of. I always need to be saved. Because the alternative is getting my shit together and being resourceful and a problem solver. And I'd rather not. Is it lazy? Maybe. Not all the time. Sometimes it's trauma-based. I mean, usually it's probably trauma-based. But like, you still have to make that decision to be different. And maybe this person suffered with some of that at some point, but they're going towards their wish fulfillment. They're flying. They're flying over this chaos. The chaos that could be in this maze. They're flying over it. Because why? You know, like, why do I even bother trying to find it? Oh, I'm going to find a different way to go through this maze. I'm going to make it through this maze. But what if you could fly over the freaking maze? Why wouldn't you do that? You're unlearning things. You're unlearning that you have to suffer. Suffering is a choice, you know? We all have to go through hard things and grief and loss, but suffering is absolutely a choice. They're choosing not to suffer anymore. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Cups. You are their Two of Cups. The feminine is the Two of Cups for this masculine, and they know it and they want it. And lastly, I'm going to ask for the Place Oracle. Are there some places that might be significant for this connection? Maybe even specifically where the DM wants to take you, where they want to meet you, where they want to show you, they want to take you places. I get that strongly. So I pulled this deck out. And we are going places, even if it's psychological. We're going somewhere together. What places are significant for the collective? For the masculine, for the feminine. Workspace, productive environment, creative zone, technology hub. They may have an idea for a business, for some way for you to work together. Very Three of Cups energy. Those are cubicles in that in that image. It's giving me flashbacks of working in call centers. Oh, okay. This wanted to fly and land on the flying card. That's amazing. Street, urban landscape, pedestrian traffic, sidewalks, and crosswalks. Yeah, they want to take you somewhere they can have a nice stroll with you. And this is looks like a little French car, like a, what are those called? A Peugeot or a Fiat. Looks like some foreign city, some foreign street. Maybe they want to live in another country with you, but they want to take walks with you. The card just makes me feel so warm. Like, it just feels like, you know, you've had a nice little dinner or had coffee somewhere, and then you just take a stroll at dusk. I definitely get heavy feeling from that card. And one more, please. Bench, rest and relaxation, seating, comfort, pause and ponder. They feel like you are so safe, and that their nervous system can relax around you. You know, like they feel like even if they haven't been around you, they have this sense that you can help them with that they can get out of that workaholic mode, that go, just rat race, being in the maze, not being able to slow down, even when they probably have trouble sleeping, you know, just like they can't turn their brains off because they do so much, and they're not just working, they're taking care of everybody. Like they're just doing so much. They don't spend any time on themselves. They don't take care of themselves. And I'm just now realizing my microphone is not plugged in. So I hope y'all can hear me. Man, just did this whole reading without the microphone. Well, maybe it won't make much of a difference, but that's significant. Can you hear me though? You know, like they're going to say what they need to say, even if the people around them can't hear them, because they're on a different frequency. They're raising their frequency. They have raised it. So they probably are they're feeling alone, but they're okay with it. Like in the past, they may not have been okay being alone. They might have been terrified to be alone with their own thoughts without having people around them all the time. And they may have been doing things to try to, they may have been using substances to be comfortable enough to be around people because they just couldn't stand to be alone that much. All that's changing. All of it's changing. At the bottom of the deck, ship. Maritime adventure, nautical journeys, sailing vessel. That is a cruise ship. Looks a lot like the Walmart of the Seas. No offense, but I don't care. I've had some awful cruises on that cruise line. But this is also giving. It's not a yacht, but I'm seeing a yacht. This person may want to take you on a yacht trip, or like give you a party on the yacht. Like, just, this person wants to spoil you. This person wants to have adventures with you, but also slow down and sit on a bench and take walks with you. Like, they want to do business with you. They feel like there could be abundance had between you, produced between you. Because you're the Two of Cups. Oh, that is nice. That is very nice. You know me, I got to get a couple charms real quick. I'm going to try to wrap this up. That is the most straightforward reading I've had in a long time. Maybe I need to start reading for the masculines. They're talking to me. Let's see. What else? Closing messages. A sea turtle. A leatherback sea turtle. I love sea turtles. They are beautiful land and water creatures. They can live on both. Spend a lot of time. They're great swimmers. So, you know, they they also have that protective shell, even though, you know, the protective shell, I believed when I was a kid that a shell kept them, it was like bulletproof. Like they could they could go in that shell and nothing could harm them. That something could claw at them, bite it, and it would never hurt them. But I learned as I got older, that shell is not actually as impenetrable as it looks. It's not bulletproof. It's not shatterproof. When I went to the sanctuary, the sea turtle sanctuary in Jekyll Island in Georgia, and I saw a lot of the ones they'd rescued, and their shells had been cut, or they've gotten caught in something, or they got hit by cars, like because they're so close to the roads. So they can be damaged, right? So whatever made this person feel so strong, or made them look strong, people are realizing they're not as strong as, or they're not as, I can't even find the words, help me spirit, that the tough exterior, the appearance of the tough exterior, they're okay with that illusion falling away. They're okay with it. They just want to swim. They could love water. They could love to swim. You could love to swim. But that tough exterior is not keeping them safe. That too, you know, like they're realizing that was an illusion too, that they had to get through or get over. This is another horse, but this is not a Pegasus. This is just a horse. It's the Chinese zodiac year of the horse, the fire horse. So I don't do timing. I'm not committed to that, but that could indicate that something's happening in 2026. For those of you who've been waiting for a while, that may be this year, or this person, you or this person could be in a Chinese zodiac fire horse. I don't know why I said that so many times. I think you get it. The fire horse. I'm a snake, so my year just ended. And I'm still shedding. My poor eczema. It's turning into one big dry patch. Okay, last one. I'm trying to make it a good one. Mix them up real good. Shamrock. Of course. There's luck. There's luck on your side. You and your person. And you know, so many religious folks get mad when you say luck, but ciao. Blessings, whatever you want to call it. Good luck. Favor. It's here. This is the result of your work. Masculines, this is the result of your hard work. Of the things that you were willing to face in yourself. The things that you were... the things that you were willing to let go of. Stop gripping so tight to the material things that you worked for, the things that you thought you needed, the things that you thought your feminine needed, like the walks. You see how my reaction was to this? It's like, just take me on a walk and hold my hand. You know, like do something that, and that's romantic. It doesn't have to be a bunch of flowers, even though some people love that, and I love flowers. Never been given flowers, but you know, it doesn't have to be a show of what I can spend on you. That's nice, but take me on a walk. Let's sit on a bench and talk. Let's work on a business together. Let's do things that we can spend time together, that we can have an intellectually stimulating conversations. Those things are so meaningful, right? And these masculines that I'm reading for have done the damn thing. Y'all have done the work. You have. So, everybody get ready for union. Just get ready, because according to these cards, it is right around the corner. But it doesn't happen when it's not time. It hasn't happened yet because it's not time yet. But that could be today, that could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next year. But what you do, and I want to end it on that note because this feels so hopeful. Just know that when the work is done, you can have the party, right? We play hard, we work hard, and then we play hard. That's what this is. Work hard, you play hard, you get union. So I love this. I love this for whoever it's about to happen for. Congratulations. Big up yourself. Pat yourself on the back. And get ready for your Two of Cups. It's here. It is here. They ain't lying. We not lying, y'all. It's here. So, thanks for watching. From my imagination to yours.